Mr. Mayor, members of the council, and members of the audience, I'd like to walk through the staff report by using just a brief PowerPoint presentation. You can go to the first one. Okay. Mr. Mayor, council, as you know, the town has been involved with the development of the Arroyo Grande conceptual plan over the past 18 to 24 months. Most recently, on March 5th, the council approved the Arizona State Land Department's request to initiate a general plan amendment for the Arroyo Grande planning area. The council also approved that same evening funding to begin the environmentally sensitive lands ordinance to regulate development of the area in the event that the conceptual planning area is annexed into the town of Oro Valley. Now, as part of the consideration for possible annexation, the Arizona State Land Department has informed the town that a Pre-Annexation Development Agreement, commonly known as a PADA, must be executed by both parties prior to any actual annexation. This evening, town staff is seeking formal approval from the council to form a negotiation support team to negotiate a PADA with the Arizona State Land Department. Council, as you know, as always, staff would seek direction and consultation from you all as we move through the PADA negotiation process. However, as a starting point, staff would rely on the motion that was passed by the council on March 5th with respect to the general plan amendment. That general plan amendment appears on this slide, the motion and some of the specifics of the motion, which included adherence to the Sonoran Desert Conservation Plan, the dedication of open space with respect to the 68%, as well as the Tortolita Mountain Park Range. We need to address wildlife corridors, an adequate water supply, an assured water supply, the protection of riparian areas, as well as address infrastructure and the costs thereof. So we would use that as a starting point, and there is an interrelationship between the general plan amendment and the PADA. And again, this is PADA, but there are relations to the GPA. Next slide, please. Council, the negotiation support team would include those council members and staff who participated in the conceptual planning process unless further direction is received from the council this evening. As you can see from the slide here, these are all your staff members. We've also included Scott Ruby with Gus Rosenfeld, Tori Schlevert, and again, council members Gillespie and Dankworth have been the folks that were back with us through this conceptual planning process. The Arizona State Land Department has indicated that David Jacobs from the Attorney General's Office, as well as Michelle Mensch from the Arizona State Land Department, would lead the negotiations on behalf of the Arizona State Land Department. I'm proposing that Tobin Rosen, Sarah Moore, and Mr. Scott Ruby from the law firm of Gus Rosenfeld serve as the town's direct interface for these negotiations, with Mr. Ruby serving as the lead negotiator. Okay. A lot of concerns or questions have been raised about public participation in the process, and what I wanted to clarify is that the town has a commitment to public involvement throughout this process, as we've indicated. This slide provides examples of communication efforts that may be used during, and I want to call this out significantly, is that the general plan amendment process, they are quite extensive, but I wanted to point out that because the Pre-Annexation Development Agreement negotiations are more contractual in nature, I don't see where the public would not be directly involved to this extent. However, we would be seeking public input through the general plan amendment process, which will heavily influence the PADA. And again, these are just some of the examples: study sessions, neighborhood meetings, public hearings, the Planning and Zoning Commission, obviously, of course, the Town Council, media updates. We'll use the VISTA, and we've also talked about the possibility of a council appointed citizen committee